To take the floor is Honorable Chigumbu.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. It is my pleasure to contribute to this very important motion. I have been listening to the presenters who have been debating this motion. I think they've been doing their best to emphasize how important AI can be in a society. However, Mr. Speaker said, I would like to point out that in as much as AI is a very useful tool, AI cannot be referred to as a magic wand which cures a broken culture. Mr. Speaker, I want to applaud Honorable Bajila for bringing up this motion. However, I would like to debate in a way that I will offer sort of amendments to the prayers that he has been raising in his motion by saying that, do we really need artificial intelligence to fix our broken culture? Do we really need technology to fix our broken culture? I don't think that's the case, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, AI has never been meant to fix a broken culture. AI has been meant to be used as a tool to amplify progress. If we are to wake up today and say we want to come up with an AI solution for recruitment, the first thing that we must ask ourselves is, why are we having this problem in the first place? Is the problem as a result of lack of technology? Or is the problem as a result of a certain culture that has been embedded in our society? Mr. Speaker, we can come up with the best AI solution today, but if you don't fix the right problem, that intervention will not be of any use, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, there are systems that are there that are actually being used for the very same purpose that we want AI to address. My point, Mr. Speaker, as I was hearing others debating, they were saying AI is going to be used to make sure that it streamlines applications. But that can easily be done by knowledge and expert systems, Mr. Speaker said. Because what they are simply saying is, we want a person who has got 5 O-levels to be shortlisted through a sort of a software intervention. There are systems that are there, Honorable Speaker, that can just follow simple logic, if and else logic, Mr. Speaker. If a student applies and has got 5 O-levels, allow him or allow her to progress with the application. Else, block the child from the student from progressing. These are very simple systems that are out there that we can use. These systems, Honorable Speaker, they are tested, they are tried and tested. The issue with AI, Mr. Speaker, is that it's still an experimental technology. The issue with the AI, Mr. Speaker, is that it carries certain biases. So if we sit today and debate to say we want these systems to be adopted for the purposes of recruitment, we have a problem, Honorable Speaker, whereby if a child is discriminated by this very system, how are they going to seek recourse? We don't have laws, Mr. Speaker, that address the issues of biases that comes through the use of artificial intelligence. So, before we talk of artificial intelligence, Mr. Speaker, there are things that needs to be fixed. And I think the major problem that has led to Honorable Bajila to pen this motion is a decay in culture. The problem, Honorable Speaker, is that we have inculcated a culture whereby we no longer believe in meritocracy as a nation. We are people now who do things based on who do you know and who do you not know. I've overheard some honorable members, having conversations You know what they were saying, Honorable Speaker? The time for these institutions to enroll students has come. I'm going to talk to the minister so that he can enroll 5 students from my constituents. Some of them, they will be using their political party positions to force those who enroll or those who lead the enrollment process to take students that come from their constituencies or from their political parties. So what we need, Honorable Speaker, is to fix the culture, the broken culture. Then when it comes to technology, Honorable Speaker, I concur with Honorable Bajila that we definitely need a technological intervention when it comes to enrollment. But I also have to differ a bit. This has to be a whole of government approach. You cannot have a piecemeal solution, Honorable Speaker, to this problem. So what we need, Honorable Speaker, we need a proper recruitment platform for all...
Order, Honorable Gumbo.
Okay.
You made mention of hearing honorable members that then as that you said they said to you that they will speak to the minister to enroll 5 of their people from their constituencies and their parties, because the moment you say such kind of a statement, you need to substantiate. Please take your seat.
Okay.
You need to substantiate that with hard evidence, because that now becomes an allegation, and in this house we don't want to operate like that. So I think that if you are not in a position to say who they are, maybe just withdraw that statement and carry on with your fine debate. We don't want to put allegations on any honorable member here.
Okay, Honorable Speaker. I didn't say they told me. I said I overheard them making such statement. The point that I'm trying to drive, Honorable Speaker, is that the culture is that which is broken, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Gumbo.
Yes.
That is exactly what I'm saying, that if you overheard, so it means you saw them, so you know them. Are you in a position to name them?
Honorable Speaker, I can rephrase, but the point that I want to make is what the problem that you are having is not a software problem, Honorable Speaker. The problem is the broken culture. We all know that when the time comes, most of the people in this house, when they want votes, they abuse the system to make sure that their people are enrolled in those institutions without following proper procedures. So the problem, Honorable Speaker, is not about the software. The problem is about the broken culture. That's the point that I'm trying to drive. And I then gave an example of what I came across as a member of parliament to say there are such kind of talks amongst ourselves where people will say, I've got 5 of my students who want to be enrolled. I will have to talk to the minister. Yet the process must be like this. The ministry should just open up for students to enroll, and they're supposed to enroll without any assistance from any political powerhouse. That's the point that I'm driving home, Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much. Let me progress. I think I'm about to finish. The other thing that I also want to emphasize, Honorable Speaker, is the motion that has been brought by Honorable Bajila should also expose what we are lacking as a nation when it comes to open access data policy, Honorable Speaker. Like I said, I wouldn't want to support this motion to address the problem that's being faced by nurses and teachers. Yet the very same problem, Honorable Speaker, is being faced by other departments in government ministries. So I would want a solution, Honorable Speaker, that is wholesome in nature, not a solution, Honorable Speaker, that is a piecemeal in nature. So the point that I'm trying to make now, Honorable Speaker, is we need certain policies to be enacted, to be developed, Honorable Speaker, so that we allow for the whole of government approach in terms of dealing with issues of such nature, Honorable Speaker. Like, for instance, Honorable Speaker, we have got a lot of data collection centers in our government ministries. But these data collection centers, Honorable Speaker, they don't communicate, they don't talk to each other. Why? Because as a nation, we have made sure that we don't allow general citizens, we don't even allow institutions to have that interoperability when it comes to the access and utilization of a public collected data, Honorable Speaker. So there are certain rules that needs to be put in place first before we start to talk about having such kind of interventions. Lastly, Honorable Speaker, the point that I also want to drive home is, in IT we say GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Honorable Speaker, the problem that we have, if we are to implement artificial intelligence is simply a data-hungry animal. It's something that operates based on the data that it would have been fed. So what we need first, if we are to say maybe we want to implement artificial intelligence around these areas, we need to be very serious. We need to come up with measures where we clean the data that we currently have. Because the biases are already embedded in the data that we have at the moment. And if you are to wake up and say, let us have artificial intelligence solutions, what it simply means is the artificial intelligence solution will simply learn the biases that is already laced in this data that we have. So we also now need policies that allows us to start to clean data in a way that when our AI algorithms consume that data, they come up with unbiased outputs. We also need to make sure that, Honorable Speaker, when we also implement these AI algorithms...
Order. It's Honorable Bajila and all. Do you think you can lower your voices so that Honorable Gumbo can be heard in considerable silence? And Honorable Gumbo, why don't you get some water? Your voice is cracking now. Yeah, take a bit of a sip. Now come back and finish up.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I think it's better now. Okay, so the point that I was trying to make is, I got interrupted, Honorable Speaker, is that we need to come up with policies that also address the issue of how we collect data in a way that the data is palatable with the AI algorithms and gives us outputs that are not biased. So currently, Honorable Speaker, we have data that is already laced with a lot of biases. And even if we are to use that for our AI algorithms, but that's the very same data that we use to train these algorithms, we will still have the same problem. So we also need to address that first. As I conclude, my Honorable Speaker, I would like to say the motion that has been brought by Honorable Bajila is a very good motion. But this motion, Honorable Speaker, should not only point us to a software intervention, but it must also point us to a cultural shift, Honorable Speaker. It must also point us to a point where we should sit down as a nation and say, how do we have to run our things? Do we have to be partisan in every facet of the society, whereby we have to belong to a certain political party for you to be enrolled in a certain institution, or you have to know a certain person from a higher place for you to increase your chances of being enrolled at a certain institution? And lastly, Honorable Speaker, we must have a whole of government approach to this problem. I submit.
Thank you, Honorable Chigumbu. My next honorable member to take the floor is Honorable Makope.